back with comedian Dave Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I think I'm going down. I am feeling dodgy as fuck. I've been to the toilet many times today. I'm starting to feel a little bit nauseous. I'm not feeling good, and I think I know the culprit. My fucking wife made me lunch for work on Friday for Saturday. She made it on Friday for Saturday, and I forgot to take it. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just eat it Monday. I'll just eat it Monday for lunch. And I ate it, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't perfect. But I was like, this isn't going to do any harm. And now it feels like it is doing a little bit of harm. My guts are absolutely fucking churning. I can't keep my eyes open either. I'm losing fluids. Thank God I have electrolytes to keep me fucking going. But yeah, anyway, we're here. We're doing the podcast again for almost the 2000th day in a row. Come hell or high water, I will say virtually nothing into the ether. I really wanted to talk about my thoughts on history today, but I just don't have the fucking willpower or the energy to get through it. I am digging history at the moment, and I sent a message to a group of my friends because I'm getting older now. I think it has something to do with getting old. You just get more interested in history. So I sent a message to the lads, and I was like, hey, has anyone else started to get more into history the older we get? And every single one of them sent back like a screenshot of a history book they're currently reading or a podcast about history they're into. And I'm like, that's what it is. You just get old and you're like, how the fuck did I end up here? None of this makes sense. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's fucking figure this out. But anyway, I have more thoughts on that tomorrow. Oh, God. Usually I don't get fucked up by food, but occasionally one slips through the fucking guard, and this one slipped through. But it's always good getting a little bit of food poisoning because it toughens you up, makes you stronger. So anyway, I'm not even going to fucking try and pad this one out. I'm just going straight to the fucking ass boil because it's Monday and you know what that means. It's ass boil time. So questions, I need questions and I need stories. Head to my website, boylecomedy.com. Send in your questions. Write some fucked up Friday stories. I need some bangers. Also, while you're there, Patreon, buy me a pint, keep ads off the potty, keep me out of a job when I finally quit this job, and we'll all be fucking happy with ourselves. Anyway, let's just get straight to the fucking question. What is the fucking question today? All right, this week's question is from Jason. I don't know where from, somewhere. Now that you are back in the shit work world, if you didn't have the pod to process the daily bullshit and talk through all of it, do you think you would have joined the work boys for a pint and been back on the sauce by this point? Well, Jace, you have come to the right place. That's a very good question. I tell you what, I haven't felt any urge to get back on the booze with the boys, except for that one day the Irish lads were talking about fucking heading straight to the pub on a Saturday afternoon to have some pints. The sun was shining. It'd been a big week. There was a vibe in the air. The boys looked excited. I was completely ignored. And I just would have liked to have been part of it. But that shit doesn't happen very often. But let's say I didn't have like comedy and I didn't have the podcast and I was just a sober guy trying to be sober and just working and being sober. That's a whole different ball game. because a lot of the motivation for quitting drinking was because I could see my comedy career floundering into oblivion. And I was like, I need to quit drinking to get a good run at the comedy as well. Like, as a percentage, that would have been like maybe 10% of the whole thing, or maybe 15, 20, max 20. But you know what I mean? Like, I want to pursue this and I want to give it my best shot, which I still haven't done yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So that was part of it. I had like this dream, this comedy dream that I wanted to fulfill, and I knew I couldn't do it drinking. But if you take that dream away and crush it, just stomp it into oblivion and just leave me with the job. Like, I'm just working in the cranes or doing some waterproofing, and then I've still got to fucking hang on to sobriety. Like, what's my purpose then? I suppose there's the kids and wife and family, but is that enough? Is your family enough to keep you sober? Like, long term? Like, doing it for them? I don't know about that. When I get asked these types of questions, I tend to forget how fucked up I was on the booze. And you kind of look back on it like, yeah, probably just would have. No, I would be dead now if I didn't quit drinking. That's 110. And I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take me long to die if I started again. Maybe I'd be able to moderate, but like, there's absolutely zero prior evidence. There's not a shred of evidence ever that I'd be able to do that. Unless things have changed, but like, zero evidence. But there is a lot of evidence stacked up that if I do start drinking again, that I will be dead within like 6 months. So when you weigh it up like that, you're like, all right, no. But you take away the purpose, your purpose for getting sober, and you replace it with like 6 days a week working with no end in sight, then things do get a little bit rocky. I tell you what, it probably does help me just coming back and doing this podcast every single fucking day. Does keep me in check. Does fucking give me something to do every single day. Does help me process things. It does a lot of help. I guess it's a surrogate for like AA. But I'm so deep now, like I'm almost 5.5 years in. 5.5 fucking years sober. Maybe if it was like 3 months in and the Irish boys were frothing and I was frothing and I had no dreams and no family, I'm pretty sure my arm could have been twisted. It has been twisted in those situations many, many a time. So it's easy to say no, I fucking still would have held strong, but who knows if circumstances are different? Who knows if I would have fucking held on? But aside from that single solitary time with the Irish lads on that Saturday, I've had it hasn't even fucking crossed my mind. Imagine being hungover and getting up at 5:30 in the morning. Well, I did it for years. But I wasn't working 12-hour days every single fucking day. If you have a big fucking night and you're getting up at 5:30 and you're doing a 12-hour day for a week, you could be hungover from having drinks on a Sunday until Wednesday. Your body's just never going to fucking catch up. You know what I mean? That's a fucking brutal way to live. So no, I don't think I would have got back on the drink. It's too far gone for me now. The podcast does help in certain ways though, for sure. Anyway, like my stomach at the moment is just fucking tearing shreds. So I'm going to wind this up and I'm going to think about how the fuck I'm going to get a night's sleep and get to work tomorrow. Anyway, fucking thanks for the question, Jace. That'll do for tonight and I'll see you at the fuck later.